Hi, Miss Myah. You know that you're the only one outside? Do you know that? What are you doing? Just checking out the neighborhood? You ready to go in the house yet? You look really pretty in the sun. Yes, you do. You're a pretty girl. So Miss Myah, if you haven't been following very long, Miss Myah was actually a stray who, when I found her, took her to the vet, they thought she was around 6 months old, and due to her health and the condition she was in, and plus the backstory that I heard from locals, was that she lived her life in the wild. I'm not really gonna go too much into how she ended up in the wild, but just the person that had her did not want her and just tossed her outside. So she made some distance. She walked miles, ran miles, whatever. I was seeing posts about her, and I just, I kept my eye out, hoping that sooner or later I would find her. And I was leaving. I don't know if I had a doctor's appointment or where I was going, but I was going somewhere. And as I was pulling out of the driveway, she actually was running down the road past me. So I followed her, stopped my car on the side of the road, got out, sat in front of the car. She started getting closer and closer. But anytime I would move, she'd bark at me. So I just sat there, hung out for a while, and she kept circling the car. So I opened the door and I just said, let's go for a ride. Let's go for a car ride, come on. And she hopped in and I slammed the door behind her. I didn't even touch her. I didn't know if I could touch her because, this dog doesn't know me. I don't know this dog. She was in very rough shape. Like, you could see every single bone in her body. She was really rough. But I got in, didn't make eye contact, sat next to her, and it was about a minute, maybe 2 minutes, she laid down and put her head on me. And it's been game over since, hasn't it, big girl? DNA test says she is a Great Dane Malinois mix. I call her my teacup Great Dane. But she's a great girl. Since, she lived her first little bit of life in the wild, she is the one that likes to stay outside. Took me the longest time to get her to actually come to me when I called her. Because she might have had a name before. I don't know. She didn't trust people, so that took some time. But I have had her for 2 years now. She's healthy, happy, loves toys, loves treats, has her little lookout tower, does neighborhood watch. And since we moved here, I don't know why, but since we moved out here, she is like CJ's protector. Because if he's out here wandering around, she's right by him. If the other dogs come up to him, and if they're playing and roughhousing, she kind of gets in between them so that they'll hit her and not him. He's a tiny little guy. So she's like his bodyguard. But that is Miss Myah's story. Miss Pretty Girl Myah. Right, you ready to go in the house? All right, stay tuned for more.